everybody. Good evening. Finally. Finally. Yes, I'm live here. I don't mean to be live here, but hey, that's all right. Happy Friday the 13th. Has it been Friday the 13th for anybody else in the whole wide world? It has for this girl. You guys can tell it has been that day. I promise you all, it has been one for the record books. And I started this morning thinking, psh, Friday the 13th. Come on now. Who believes in Friday the 13th? Well, I'm certainly a believer. Knights, Templars, or what? I'm definitely a believer because things like this have happened to me all day long. So anyway, welcome. Thank you for waiting on me. I appreciate that. I was supposed to be on Lori's page, but we had some drama there and I couldn't get in, so it's all good. We'll just do it from here. But welcome everybody. Thanks for coming in. Happy Friday the 13th. I hope it's been better than mine. One of these days I'm going to be able to retire and do nothing but wreaths for the rest of my life. So anyway, tonight we're going to make a Valentine's Day wreath. I know a lot of you all said you wanted to see Easter. Hi everybody. Welcome. Thanks for coming. I'm glad y'all got to see Lori do that beautiful petal. Isn't it gorgeous? And those centers are going to be great. So anyway, I know a lot of you said that you wanted to see Easter, but I got my Easter kit today. I'd made the order and I got a bunch of stuff and I haven't had a chance to go through it yet. And my aunt needs a Valentine's Day wreath. So I figured, well, we'll just go through the Valentine's Day and do it since I have all the stuff, everything I need. I don't normally only make like 1 or 2 Valentine's Day wreaths a year. So this will be one. We might make another. But we'll do Easter on Sunday. Anyway, welcome everybody. I'm so glad to see you. It's a little bit later than my normal time, so thanks for staying up with me. Let me see if I can get you pulled up here. Again, like I said, it's been Friday the 13th, and I am not kidding. Been a crazy day. I hope your day has been much better than mine. There we go, I found us. And I think I can see your comments, can I? I did! Hi everybody! Yay! I've missed all you all so badly. Anyway, here we go. So we're gonna use tonight, we're gonna do my favorite technique. When I wanna make a good full wreath and have a bow and have some ribbons and something cute like a sign, then I always choose the large flower board and this method, okay? So this again is the large flower board from Unique in the Creek. If you want to purchase it, you may use my affiliate link. My affiliate link will get you 5% off all of the boards. So use those and grab you some of these. As you can see, I've got hair on it here because I don't have enough hair on my head. I have to get it all over everything else as well. As you can see, I have opened the zip. I've let the zip ties open and I have loaded every other hole on the outside row. So this is row 6. I've left row 6 alone. I've loaded row 5, every other all the way around. I've skipped row 3. Let's see, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Reloaded row 5, skipped row 4, loaded row 3. See? And then put one in the middle. So here's what the back looks like as well, as you can see. And I'll explain a little more as we go further. So Unique in the Creek large flower board, or just the large board. And then I have some beautiful deluxe foil. Hi everybody. Yes, it's been a long time. I've had a lot of things go on in my life. My mom had surgery. I got a promotion, so my job went crazy. I've worked 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for the last 3 weeks. So anyway, I have some beautiful wide foil black deco mesh. Deluxe foil, I think is what it's called, not wide foil. So we're going to use this as our base. I have some gorgeous wide weave deco mesh in red. That's going to be our accent. So there's that. I don't want to do too much. So I thought maybe we might add some little heart picks. You know, you can get these anywhere. Hobby Lobby, dollar store, wherever your heart desires. And then I have a sign. And in the spirit of Friday the 13th, see, it's kind of a chalkboard. And you can tell if I move it certain ways where I tried to use a pencil to outline my word love because I have a paint pen that I was going to use. Well, in the spirit of Friday the 13th, my paint pen is dead. I opened my second paint pen. It's dead as a doornail as well. So tonight we're just going to have to, I'm going to have to go back and paint. But it should say love. You can kind of see it if I move it around. So that's what we're going with. Anyway, we got this heart. That's going to be our centerpiece. And then, of course, our gorgeous bow. And I've got it rolled up right now like I normally do. So here's our bow. These will come out. Okay. So there's our bow. And here are our ribbons. I have this gorgeous harlequin, however. Oh, thanks everybody. Thanks, Miss Laurie. You need to go get some rest, Miss Laurie. It's late. Go get some sleep. I know you're not feeling good. Hi, Miss Dana Stalker. Well, thanks everybody. I don't know if it's been, I love the job, but it's going to kill me. And then we have just red glitter. Demon dust, as my friend Carrie calls it. Demon dust. But I love a little glitter. And I went kind of a little extra, give a little extra pizzazz. I cut my ribbon tails. See how they have a little, I cut my ribbon tails with pinking shears so that they have kind of an extra little oomph on the end. You might be able to tell better on a harlequin. See how it's, so just a little added oomph that hopefully gives it a little extra touch, you know? So there we go. That's our plan for the evening. Let's pull you down and get started. Ooh, sparkly. Hey, Miss Sabrina. That's my Aunt Sabrina, everybody. Say hello. All right, I'm going to pull you closer, pull it down. So again, I always say this. If you get motion sickness, close your eyes for just a second and I'll bring you back up, okay? So here we go. Gratuitous close-up for Marianne. It might shake a little bit. One of these days I might get a professional camera system. But I got to quit working 25 million hours a week first. So here we go. I'm going to scoot you back. We're going to see what we look like here. See if you guys can see my board. Or maybe I need to move it up a little bit. Maybe that's too much. Sorry. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake my people. You'll give me your copyright if I don't stop. All right, here we go. Back just a little bit. Okay, here we go. Let's see how that looks. Can you see me? Let me put my board here for reference. How's that look, everybody? Are we looking good? Kind of looks dark, doesn't it? Do this. Shake it again. There we go. There we go. How we looking? Everybody look good? Everybody see? Pull it back a little bit towards me. Oh, y'all can see Dolly if it went for my hair. Okay, here we go. Let's get started so we're not here all night. Let me put my hair up real quick so I'm not burning up. Yeah, you gotta have the sparkle for Valentine's Day. Okay, so first things first, again, I have loaded the board with the zip ties open and I have every other hole and I started at the top. Okay, that's just how I work. And I've gone here, here, every other outside. Skipped row 3, gone to row 4. And as you can tell, see how I've got these two here? Well, I kind of went in the middle here. So I've got a zip tie here and the same principle. I skipped one going around. So looking at the back of the board, here's what it looks like. And there's hair and sparkles again. So see how I've gone every other and then where there wasn't one on row 4, here's that one and then one in the middle. So that's our plan. And we're going to take our black deluxe mesh. We're going to make 10-inch poofs. So just grab your tail and we'll start at the beginning. Scrunch your little tail up here. Stick it in your poof. And we'll get going. You guys have seen me do this a lot. make sure that you put your tail going inside, to the inside of the board, so that the poof goes to the outside. All right, so here we go. There's one. And we are rocking and rolling. Hi, Miss Nina. I don't know, with the way it was today, I might look forward to retirement big time. And this is just my pearly weight. I've had this thing forever. If you can tell, it's super abused. But it's exactly 10 inches, and I use it. You can also use your Measure Buddy from Unique in the Creek as well. Pull it out to 10 inches, measure your loops. But the reason I don't is because I'm so rough that I hit it, and then I have different size poofs. So I use my pearly weight here, and I just measure 10 inches, keeping my surged edge on the bottom. So see how it makes a nice kind of like tube? So I'll measure 10 inches, and I'll put the poof going this way, making sure to keep it on the outside. And then I'll just stick it in my zip tie. And we're going to do that for every one of our zip ties here. Okay. I'm going to make it look like a pretty 10-inch poof. Okay, same thing. Here we go. Just going to measure 10 inches, keeping our surged edges on the bottom like a tube. Okay. And then I'm going to move it to the outside and put it in our zip tie. There we go. And then I can take my poof out. Ta-da! Here we go. Hey, hey, Miss Michelle. I'm gonna do it again. Make a tube, 10 inches. Put it to the outside of the board. Close my zip tie. And I am an all over the place crafter, so forgive me if I move around. Y'all just have to follow along with me. Here we go, 10 inches again. Hi, Miss Greg, how are you? Or Gerd, how are you doing? I can't talk today either. It's Friday the 13th. Boy, if I was a Knights Templar, I'd totally be dead. Oh gosh, everybody says Friday the 13th is a scary thing, but I don't know if y'all know the actual history of it. It's when the French king rounded up all the Knights Templars because he didn't want to pay them the money they owed him. So that's how that came about. That's why I made that joke. Anyway, a little history lesson for you. All right, here's my tube. Moving to the outside of the board. Voila. And grabbing my zip tie here. And it's okay if you move the poof around a little bit and your poof's a little bigger than 10 inches. You know, as long as it's not an inch bigger and it doesn't stick out way above your creation here. You know, a couple of millimeters or two, or, you know, just a tad or a smidge. That's fine. You're not going to hurt anything. So it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. But keeping my surged edges on the bottom again. We're just making tubes. And then putting it in our board here. So here we go. I see, like that one might be a little too big, so we're just going to pull it back a little bit. And voila. Hello, Miss Elrod. How are you doing, Lady Lou? I'm so glad to see y'all too. I'm telling you what, I've been working. I barely have time. My little dog's even depressed. She's like, I don't ever get to see you. We work and sleep, don't we, Stella Bella? There's that one. It's a little bit. Oh, I didn't have the. All right. Okay, now we come back to our first poof here. What we're going to do is we're going to add a zip tie on top of there. Same place. We're just going to throw a zip tie in here. See? Down and up. Like you put in a normal zip tie. Make sure the flat side goes toward the ceiling. I'm sure y'all know that. And then we're just going to close off our circle here. So same principle, nothing different. Make our tube, put it to the outside, lay it right on top there, close it, and voila, we have closed our first row. Let's just make sure Marianne didn't get this one all funky monkey there. There we go. Okay, now all we're gonna do is move to the inside. So our first one is here. So same thing, nothing different. Make a tube, throw it in the zip tie. Make a tube, throw it in the zip tie. We're gonna do that till we get to the middle. So I know it makes it so much fuller, doesn't it, to use poofs as part of your base. That's deluxe mesh. You gotta fight it though, it's good stuff. I'm just making sure my serged edges are on the bottom so I can make my tube properly. And that my 10 inches is in the right place. I don't want a funky poof. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna stick it in our zip tie here. Just the very next one. Or if you want to, you can skip to the next one, but I'll just go ahead and use the very next one. Ta-da! There's that one, and we can let that out. And if you have spaces, that's okay. It's gonna look a little, it's gonna look a little weird, so trust the process. Don't freak out now. You're gonna be able to see the board for a few minutes. Okay, there's our another one. So we're just gonna go around and still making sure the poof goes toward the outside of the board and that you're bringing your poof into the zip tie from the outside. All right, there's that one. Ta-da. Y'all notice I still even have my Christmas up here in the kitchen. Anybody else like that? Still have some of their Christmas up? It's snowmen, so that's okay. It is snowing outside. Snowmen are good for January, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, there's that one. And these poofs don't have to be perfect, guys. We're just make sure they don't stick out above any of the other ones and they're not funky looking. I mean, they're just here to make a base, to be our base and be some of our color. Okay? They're just here to hold up the rest of our stuff. Here we go with this one. Here she goes. She's found something to bark at. There we are. You still have two pink Santa wreaths put up? You have some beautiful pink stuff, Miss Dana. You really do. That pink nutcracker. Was it you that had the pink nutcracker at the end of your steps? I loved it. Loved it. Okay. Now, we've come to the end of our circle. You can either do the same thing and close the circle back, or you can go in the middle and make that your last poof. I personally like to close it back and then put a poof in the center. So just take your zip tie and do it exactly the same way we did it on the outside. Enter it where you started and just close off your circle. So that's what I'm doing. Then I'll show you the back when we get done in just a second. We're almost there. So there's that one. Let's do this. It's not going to hurt it. You can do it either way. If you want to go straight to the middle and be done with your base, go for it. I just like to be finished, for things to be finished off and do it, close the circle. So that's what I'm doing here. I haven't made one of these in a while. It's been a while since I've made a wreath. I've been so busy. Then we're gonna open it up a little bit. All right, last one. So all I'm doing is measuring it out, and then I'm gonna find my middle and put my poof in the middle here. Yeah. Let's go this way. I just lost my 10 inches, didn't I? Ta-da. Okay. There we go. And like I said, this doesn't have to look perfect. It's just your base. So if you don't like the way this looks, then you can move it around, do whatever you want to with it. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to do one more right here so that it looks even. So I'm just going to choose the next hole. I'll show you. I'm going to see how it's got one more poof right here. I'm just going to go ahead and make another poof and put it right here. And I'll show you the back here in just a second so that way you can see. So you end up with 14 poofs instead of 13. Grab my zip tie here. Put it in the board. That way the base looks full. Trying to keep my 10 inches there like I can't measure it again. Okay, look, I did a good job though. All right. And we want this one to kind of be poofy like this. So we'll do it that way. And I put it in backwards. So let's turn it around, Marianne. Do it the right way. Okay, let's measure this 10 inches again. See if we can't get it right this time. There we go. And I've used this roll of black deco mesh. Woo! I didn't start with the whole roll. I started with probably maybe a half of one. So this is another good way to use up some of the mesh you have lying around. Use it as your base. Okay, let's cut this off really quickly. And we'll turn it over. Just cut it off best you can at the bottom. Nobody's going to see it right there. There we go. And this is how much I have left. I have maybe enough to make, this could be a body of a ladybug maybe. This is how much I have left. I'll worry about that in a minute. I know you guys are like, come on, Marianne. Okay, and then just move your petals to where you think they look pretty, and here's our base. Ta-da! Now don't worry, yes, it has some gaps, like here on the outside, but that's okay. Here's what we're gonna do. You can get rid of your pearly weight and your measure in there now. So, where am I? I'm in Irwin, Tennessee. About said Johnson City because that's where they tell us to stay at work. Okay, so just to recap, what we've done is we started at the top. Y'all can see my hair here. So here's the top. We started at the top, and then we went 10-inch poofs from here to here, and then here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. When we got back to here, we put another zip tie, so there's 2 zip ties here, and we closed the circle. Then we went from here to here, and then we went around, same thing. When we got back to here, we closed the circle again. Okay, so there's 2 zip ties in this one to close the circle. Then I went from here to the middle. Well, I didn't like that, and I wanted it to be even on both sides because this one had more poofs than this side. So I just went from the middle, from here to the middle, and then from the middle over here. And so here's what you come up with when you do that. Okay, so next step, and as you go, you can always, poof out your poofs. Next step is to go ahead and load another set of zip ties, okay? Because here's where our red wide weave mesh comes in, all right? So all you're gonna do is load them on the outside. Well, you're gonna load them everywhere you already have a zip tie. Okay, so see how I've loaded it here? See, okay? I'm gonna load it everywhere I have a zip tie. So I'm gonna put another one here, okay? Just put it down in there, okay? So by that time, we're gonna have 2 zip ties in every hole, okay? I'm just going back and adding another zip tie on top. That's all I'm doing, okay? Then I'll show you what we're gonna do with those. So here we go. Let me get these in here. It's only 9:23, I'm in no hurry. Alrighty. Alrighty. Well, how has everybody else's day been? Y'all know mine's been crazy. I've been in this go, go, go mode since 6:30 this morning. The only thing bad about this is that sometimes you get your zip tie stuck in the mesh. All right, almost there. Nothing more boring than watching people put zip ties in a board. What do you think? Pretty boring, huh? Oh, that's what they were. Soldiers, not nutcrackers. Well, they were pretty, whatever they were. Okay, got the outside done. Let's go in and find our ones in the middle here. Should be enough. Put some there too. I have to pull it up to find them. Make sure they don't go through my mesh. They don't. Good. Here's this one. So you should have 13 zip ties. By the time you get done, you're putting 13 zip ties on top here. Just making sure I have that the right way. Okay. This one should have one. It does not though. Put it in here. And then one in the middle. Did I get this one though? I did, yay. All right. Now one in the middle. Okay. Now that our board is prepped again, and I'm leaving these open as well. You'll see why in just a second. So now that our board is prepped again, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move this to the side. Kind of sort of really in a way. Not too far off because we're gonna use it. Let's put my thing right here. And then you're gonna take your wide weave mesh. Here's where the wide weave mesh comes in. And what I've done is I've cut it 20 inches. And I just love this stuff. I have it in every single color. It's fantastic to work with. I normally would burn it because it does fray, but I didn't tonight. So I'm gonna show you a little trick on how you can hide that. Anyway, it's cut at 20 inches. I have almost every color. I love it. It's a great accent mesh. Because really, black is going to be so stand out. It's going to be so in your face. And the Harlequin ribbon, I can't ever say that, why can't I? Harlequin ribbon is also going to be a standout feature and in your face. So I thought we've got to put some more colors in here. So let's put red. Okay, it's 20 inches. We're going to turn it upside down, or vertical, I guess I should say, not upside down. And notice that it's curl side down. See, if we let it go, it curls. So curl side down, okay? First thing I'm gonna do is to prevent it from fraying too badly is I'm just gonna curl it under just a bit, just this one side, about an inch maybe. See, just a little bit. And this is gonna do like that anyway, which is fine. And then all I'm gonna do is just scrunch up the middle. If it sticks out on the end, that is no problem. So I'm just gonna scrunch, 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 scrunch. And see, I'm gonna make this end kind of tucked in on itself as well. See how it's almost a curl? And then I'm just gonna scrunch it too. So you have kind of like a bow tie here. All right, see? See how the ends kind of curl under? And then when we put it in the wreath, we're gonna put it down like this. So when it sticks up, the frayed pieces will stick to the other mesh and it won't look so bad. And it won't fray so badly either, okay? So let's take this piece and just find a zip tie. Doesn't matter where you start. Just put it in there and close your zip tie. Okay? And you can make it stick out. You can make it a bubble. You can make it, just as long as it looks kind of even, you know, and it doesn't look lopsided. See what I mean by the frayed pieces sticking in? And then close your zip tie. All right, and we're just gonna do that for all of our zip ties, okay? Now, if you are a handy dandy crafter and you have done this a million times, then at this point, you could also add your ribbon. But for the sake of doing it step by step, I'm not. We're gonna do it like this first and get all these in, make it look pretty, and then we're gonna go back and add our ribbon. So that way, if you've never done this method before, you'll be able to do it step by step. So here we go, here's another one. That poof is a little wonky, so we're gonna have to work on it here in a minute. Don't pull your zip tie out. So just take your mesh, see how the curls on the bottom? Take your pin out of it, stick it down in the zip tie, make sure it's in the middle, and close it up. And you can make it look however you want. If you want it fuller over on this side, that's great. If you want it fuller on the other side, that's fine too. As long as it's kind of even and the top's not sticking out more than the bottom, you'll be perfectly fine. So let's do that. Just keep going. Adding our little accent pieces here is all I'm doing. Fluffing them up a little bit. And you're gonna mess them up again, so, you know, if you want to fluff as you go, that's perfectly fine, but it's gonna get all crazy and nuts here again in just a second, so if you leave it, that's cool too. So as you can see, we're just building the base here. Yeah. It sure is sticky stuff, that's for sure. It'll stick to everything, so it's delicate mesh. It's not the most resilient in the world, but hey, I love it. It's pretty. I love this wide weave stuff. It's great for just adding a little extra oomph to something. Okay, moving along for our next one here. Pouring wine. Not you, Chris Merritt. Surely you're not pouring any kind of wine. Not you. I would never believe it. Uh-oh, let's get this. Not you. And I have missed everybody's lives. I'm going to have to go back. I've got, I know, a good week of nothing but lives to catch up on. There we go. So if I've missed yours, I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you or being mean or being a slacker. I'm just working my butt off. Let's cut this little fray off here while I see it. Here we go. Okay. Putting it in here, in here, in here. I don't like the way that one looks, but that's okay. I'll just fix it. We're gonna throw it in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it's not bigger than the others and it doesn't stick out further than your poof, you are fine. All right. Okay. Only a few more of these to go, ladies and gentlemen, if we have gentlemen watching. Trying to get it all laid out so it doesn't stick down in there. We're definitely going to have to push that poof out a little bit. All right, let's move to the center. Oh, that's true. They do, don't they? Have the little balls on the center, on the tops. That's true. You know, you could make your own pipe cleaners like that with the little balls they have at Christmas. I just loathe pipe cleaners now. I'm ruined by zip ties and boards. I really am. I had an attachment that the person wanted a wire frame. I said, why? We argued about it for a good while. Needless to say, it didn't go on a wire frame. It went on an oval. I won that battle. Okay, and all we're doing is just putting our red pieces in our black mesh. So, but I bet that's very cute. Just stick some little balls on the end. I saw some at Craft Outlet with hearts on the end, pipe cleaners like that. And I thought about it for like 3 seconds. Then I was like, meh. They're still pipe cleaners. All right. But it's totally your preference. If that's what you like, you go for it. Because I guarantee you it's super cute with the little heart sticking out. Okay. Now these in the middle, they're just kind of supposed to look like ruffles sticking out. They're not supposed to, you know, be anything other than just color. All right, 2 more, guys. Sorry, 3 more. I lied. I want to cut 1 more piece. This one goes here. And it's up to you if you want to put a piece in the middle, really. So maybe that's what I was thinking, maybe. I was going to check to see what it looked like before I decided to put a piece in the middle. There's that one. All right. And here's our last one, and then we can decide whether or not we need a piece in the middle. If I can find, there it is, the end of the zip tie. There we go. That one was giving me a challenge. There we are, and we'll just, doop. Ta-da! Okay, let's straighten out our black a little bit and see if we need to put one in the middle here. I don't know that we do. I think I kind of am okay with it just like this. What do you guys think? Should we put one in the middle? It would go right here. Because here's our sign with love on it. So you might not even see it. Might be a waste of mesh, actually. Depending on where we put it. So I don't think we need one there. All right. Glad we all agreed on that. Glad we all agreed on that. So just go through and fix your poofs a little bit. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same exact thing we did just a minute ago. The most boring thing in crafting. We're going to add more zip ties on top of the exact same place that we just had zip ties. Okay, we're going to load them again. And like I said, if you are super talented and you can do both at the same time, that is fantastic. Put this in and put the ribbon on top. Awesome. Great. But I am not. So I have to do it separately here. Let's see what's up with this one. That's one I wanted to fix as well. But I just love this method because look how full it is. And look how pretty the red looks. And I mean, you just got little pieces of red poking out. And you got a beautiful base and it's all round. I just love it. We're going to fix this little poof right here because that's going to drive me bonkers. I don't know why I'm seeing. Okay. Let's go back and add our zip ties and then, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, should I pour more wine? Girl, you should always pour more wine. No question. Oh, you do use the balls from Hobby Lobby. Well. Yeah, Chris Merritt, what kind of question was that? Should you pour more wine? Come on, girl, you know you should. She's never going to say no to that. Okay. You think it's fine? I do too. Okay, good. All right, so thanks, everybody. Thank you, Miss Kelly. And again, like I said, if you are super cool, you can go ahead and do the ribbon at the same time as you do the red pieces, but I can't. And I like to mess with my ribbon too much. So just put your zip tie back in. So here we go. But this time, you're not going to do every single one. You're only going to do the outside row. Don't waste your ribbon and put it in the middle. Because honestly, guys, look how big this heart is. And look how big this bow is. If you put ribbon in the center, all you're doing is wasting your ribbon. Wasting your gorgeous, expensive ribbon. Don't do it. Just put it on the outside, okay? So you need 8 pieces, and you need 8 zip ties on the outside, all right? That's all we're going to load this time. So here we go. I mean, if you want to, you go for it, but I just feel like it's a waste of product if you add ribbon to the center of this type of wreath, because really, it just gets hidden with whatever sign you have. Now, if you have a smaller sign, go for it. Or if that's what you want to do, it's your design, you go for it. I just have a large sign here and a large bow. So, sorry about the sniffles. All of a sudden, my nose started running. I get hot and it starts running like crazy. So if you are super duper cool like me, you have 3 sets of zip ties in the outer row by the time we get done. All right, there's that one. You gotta find them sometimes. Sometimes they like to hide from you. That one got nowhere near. You also don't want to stick it up inside the other mesh either, so that way it doesn't rip on you. Oh, mercy me. Where'd it go? I see it. This is a challenge, so you might say a few cuss words while you do it, but it'll be worth it in the end. Here we go. Got that one. Red with pizza. Ooh. Wine only on a very hot day for you. I can't drink wine. I promise you I can't. It kills me. I get the worst heartburn. No matter what kind it is, no matter when I drink it. And I could drink a whole bottle of Maalox or eat a whole roll of Tums and I still have heartburn. And I'm talking debilitating heartburn. Like turn me over heartburn. Like gonna die heartburn. Funny story, I went on a first date one time and this guy was trying to impress me. So he bought 2 bottles of pretty expensive red wine. And I was like, okay. I didn't want to hurt his feelings. So I was like, all right, I'll drink a glass or 2. Well, needless to say, that date got cut short because I was like, either you take me to the grocery store and you get me some Tums or I'll call my mama and have her come pick me up. So I got my Tums. We went out again. He apologized, but only 1 or 2 more times after that. I'm just not a wine girl. I can't do it. Something about how they ferment the grapes. My system just does not like it or something. I have no idea. But I can drink anything else though. Give me a bottle of Jack Daniels and we're in trouble. You might not like Marianne after that one. Okay. Phew, that took longer than expected. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that we have all of our zip ties on the outside, let's grab our ribbon and we'll start throwing that on there. And then we are almost done. Okay, since our Harlequin, I hope that's how you say it, Harlequin, yeah, we had a second date. We even had a third date, matter of fact. He just wasn't my type. He was a kind of a snob. Well, I shouldn't say that. Pardon me, just a second here, guys. Shouldn't say he was a snob. He was a really nice guy. He just wasn't for me. Really liked him. He was all right. We stayed friends. We're still friends to this day. But just not my type. All right, anyway, moving along. Here we go. So here's our Harlequin ribbon. Harlequin, however you want to say it. And because it's so harsh, I've cut them 16 inches. I think I went a little overboard on the red. It looks a little more like 16.5 inches. But because the black and white is so harsh, I'm going to lay them on top of each other instead of stepping them. You know how normally we step them. And if you'll notice, this is a 2.5 and this is a 1.5. So it's going to be gorgeous if you just lay them on top of each other, put this in the center, and then make sure they're even. Find the center. Hi, look at all of them. They're like, use me, Marianne, use me. Put those over here. Wait your turn, ribbon. Wait your turn. Now find our center here. I'm going to make sure it's still in the center. And then scrunch, 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 scrunch. Flip. Make sure it looks decent. It does. Okay. Now, for this method again, you can either put the ribbon in with your nub, like this. Stick your nub in. No problem. Still going to be pretty. Still going to make a pretty ribbon tail. But what I like to do is just make sure I have a little fold where my center is. And then I put the zip tie in, because your zip tie is laying like this, open, right, in your wreath. So what I like to do is I like to slide it in like that, make sure it's even, and then close it. See what I mean? Slide it in like this. So slide the tail in like that. Either way you want to do it, perfectly fine. It'll look gorgeous both ways. You can stick the nub in, or you can do it the way that I did it. However, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy is what you should do. I just like to float it in there like that because I feel like I can maneuver and manipulate the ribbon once I get it into the zip tie a little bit before I close it to make it even. So here we go. I'm probably out of frame again. So there we are. Then you're just gonna make your ruffles look good. There we are. That looks pretty even. Ta-da! And then close your zip tie. Now, if you wanted to be real fancy, I don't know why I was thinking that these hearts were on, like, I don't know, bendable sticks, but they're not. They're on wood. See, so if I do that, it's like, so if you have something that's bendable, like say this was on wire, then you could stick this in the zip tie too and maneuver it around. And there's your piece of accent there. You can stick them there. But since that's wood, we're not going to do that. Because when you bend it, it would break. All right, moving along. Here we go with another ribbon tail here. You do it as I do it? Well, that's good. Good. Just a suggestion. Why is this red so much longer than my black? I wonder what happened there. I was probably partaking of Jack Daniels or watching TV while I was doing this. Who knows? That's okay, it all comes out in the wash. Okay, so there's our middle there. That looks even. Everything looks good. And this is also satin. This black and white ribbon is satin. I'm going to quit saying that word because I can't say it tonight to save my life. And every time I hear it, I think of the romance novels. Oh. Why it reminds me of romance novels, I don't know. So again, you only need 8 of these. I cut them at 16 inches. And then when you get them in the zip tie, before you close your zip tie, just make sure you have it the way you want it. Not everything is even, and then you don't have one piece sticking out further than the other. I think I got it. There we go. If you do, you can just pull a little bit and then close your zip tie. Here we go. And here I am trying to make it look perfect, and it's not going to be that way. There we are. Pull them down if you want to. Put your ribbon there, however you want to do it. So here we go with another one. So in the center, make sure it's even. Find your middle. There's the middle on that one. We'll just lay it on top here in just a second. There's the middle on that one. And then we are almost done, ladies and gentlemen. All we have to do now is put a bow on it after we get this done. And voila, we have a gorgeous wreath. Here we are. I don't like the way that moved up. Y'all got big plans for the weekend? I keep forgetting it's Friday. I'm thinking somehow or another I still have to get up and go to work tomorrow. I guess that's what happens when you work too much. I am glad I love my job though. All right. There's that one. What do you think so far, guys? Do you like this? You think it's going to be pretty? What are we thinking? Yes, no, maybe so? could stick a pipe cleaner in the heart. Why didn't I think of that? I may do that. That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? I may actually do that because it might need a little something. Just a little bit of pizzazz when we get done. You never know. You never know. I'll have to look at it for a day or two though. I like to hang them up and look at them for a minute before I do anything else to them once I get them made. And then you walk by and you put something here, and you walk by and you put something there. Anybody else do that? Or do y'all finish it in one sitting? Unless I'm doing a live, I normally don't finish a wreath in one sitting. It normally takes me at least 2 days. That one does not look right. Oh, it's not over the, that's why. There we go. Moving along nicely here. 3 more to go, everybody, and then we can put the bow on it and the sign and call it a day. And then I guess I'm gonna have to go back and paint the love part in acrylic paint instead of just my paint pen. I can't believe my paint pen dried up. It's not been that long since I've used it. And then I had a brand new one that wouldn't work either. So who knows? Well, thank you, Miss Shepherd. I appreciate that. I hope so. All right, there's that one. This is my favorite method. If you want to make a quick and easy wreath and you want it full with some doodads on it, you can't go wrong doing it this way. You really can't. Because you can add a ton of stuff to it. Add a ton of doodads here and there. Or you can leave it plain and it still looks pretty. My go-to method here. I skipped one. Oh well, we can go back and get it. Pulling it out of camera view here. I love this red sparkly ribbon. That's another thing I have in every color as well, is this sparkle ribbon. I have it in blue, green, gold, light pink, dark pink, black. Mama said black glitter. That's kind of morbid. I said, you wouldn't believe how pretty it is, Mom. Black glitter is gorgeous in certain things. It would have looked really pretty if this was red and white. What am I doing? Thank you. No, it's the large board, Miss Dana. The large flower board. You could do it on a small board. You would just have to start on the outside row. But you could. I don't see that there'd be a big difference. You just don't have holes in the middle to do the 13th poof. But you could get away without that. You could get away without that. That one's going to be messy. It's okay. All right. Well, now how did I count 3 more? Just a second, ladies. Oh, I was right. Okay. Make sure they're even, and they are. Okay. Go back and fix these in just a little bit. Monday's a bank holiday too. Monday's what, Martin Luther King Day, isn't it? All right. I can't wait to play in my craft box I got today. I'm excited. I haven't had a chance, but surely I have everything I need for spring. You know, you say that and then you're like, oh, I don't have one of these. I'm going to have to spend another $300. I think all of us crafters do that, do you not? Every one of us. Oh, I didn't get this, and that's really popular right now. Gonna have to go buy this again. I know that blue velvet must be popular this year for some reason, because I had it in my cart and then went back to check out a few days later and it wasn't there. It was sold out. I was like, goodness, what's everybody using blue velvet for? I guess the same idea I had. So I had to revert to blue sparkles, but that's okay. Blue sparkles are good too. All right, everybody, last one. We are rocking. Okay. Now our poor little board gets a break. We don't have to put any more zip ties in. We've already put 5 million. I'm just kidding. All right, there we go. There's that one. Ooh, that one didn't want to cooperate, does it? Here we go. Okay. Last one, yay! And then we can cover up those sprays. Let's close our zip tie here. I can find it again. There it is. Okay, see how easy that was, everybody? Look what a pretty wreath we have so far. What y'all think? Ta-da! And you can go back and fill it, you know, make your poofs or move your stuff around if you want to. I think it's actually looks pretty good. Now again, if you wanted to, which I might here when we get it done, not right now because it's actually pretty late, but I might go and take your advice and put them on something else and, you know, put some some hearts in there. We might do that. Another good thing about this wreath is that you don't need, a great thing about the boards, period, is that you don't need to have a certain place for the hanger. You can just pick what you think is the best spot for your bow and put it there and then hang it however you want to. But, you know, just for teaching purposes, let's find where our hanging hole should be. So our hole is technically, sorry, I know, right here. So here's our hanging hole, okay? So that means our sun should go about right here. I'm just waiting for the video to catch up so I can actually see if I'm right. Hear that satin ribbon. Sometimes it makes you want to scream. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. And then our bow so there's our Well, we don't want it to be that crooked, but there we go. So let's throw it on here, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'll hold it up for you. So I already have it, you know, just a cable mount on the back with a, had to be matchy-matchy. So here's my red zip tie there, or not my zip tie, my Chanel stem, pipe cleaner, whatever you want to call them. So just pick a hole, any hole, wherever you think it'll go. Any hole, nothing special. It's gonna have to go about right here. About right here. There we are. This right here is the hardest part of wreathing, is getting your sign in the right place, in the hole, getting the mesh out of the way, finding the place to put it. There's our zip tie from the center. Stella's found something to bark at again. I don't think my, there we go. I don't think my pipe cleaner's long enough. Or maybe it is when I get my hand out of the way. All right, there's one. Now I'm just trying to find the second one here. If I can, bear with me. Try not to pull out the first pipe cleaner. You all know how it goes. Aha, got it. Okay. And we can move it around any way we want to. So let me just get it on here really quickly. I'm just twisting. We don't want to squish, but we don't want it to be moving either. So bear with me. There we go. Okay. And just for reference, I've turned it over here so you can see where I've put it. Take it back down in there, because I don't think we're going to be moving it. Ta-da! Okay. There's our heart. We can fix our bows here in just a second, or our tails here in just a second. We shouldn't probably worry about that right now. Let me turn it around here to me so I can actually see what I'm working with, ladies. 1 second. So our bow, let's catty corner it a little bit. There we go. Pull out the ribbons. Yay. And then now, same thing with your bow. Choose where you kind of want it. Maybe. Yep, let's put it in there. You can always move it if you need to, so put it where you think you want it, and then if not, you can move it. I think that's going to be perfect. Let me find the holes for it. I think this one will probably be easier than the heart. It is. Yay. There's one. And there's two. Yay. Okay, that was way too easy. All right, we're gonna put our bow on here. We don't want to suck it in, but we want it to be secure, so just a second. I'm not tall enough to see what it really looks like yet. I'm trying to look at the camera. It's not working. So I'm just making sure the bow's on there. Okay. Let's fluff them out a little bit. I think our tails look good. There's our, and I've got this 7/8 ribbon in almost every color too. I'm addicted. I'm addicted. Pretty good addiction to have though. It'll go with everything. Okay, let's pull out our tails. I'm going to turn it around a little bit. I'm not going to angle this as well. There's our looking tails. Let's pull this down this way. All I'm doing is just pulling the curls out here, ladies. I'm not doing anything crazy, anything hard. I'm just pulling them easy. We have some red. Are y'all addicted to the 7/8 ribbon too? Yes, it's a chalkboard sign. So, you know, I was thinking that might be why my paint pen doesn't want to work. It's chalkboard. Could that be the reason, y'all? Because I swear I just used it. I know it's not out of ink or out of whatever, out of paint. I don't know. This disappointed me really bad though. See how I tried to write love? You can see the reflection there. All right. Almost there. One more little tail. Now, you know I'll mess with these forever. So, until they're absolutely perfect. This is just preliminary. There's our little center. Let's pull our red down here a little bit. Have a little more of it. Okay. Let me throw a hanger on it. Yeah, it's chalkboard, so you could really technically take chalk. But I was trying to take a pencil and outline it and then use my paint pen and paint love on it. And it just wasn't going to work. Okay. And you can also cut your tails a little bit. I'll probably end up cutting this harlequin ribbon just a little bit. I think I almost said it right that time. Maybe. All right. Marianne, stop missing. These people are ready to go to bed. That one up there in that spot. Okay. Just grab a zip tie. We'll put a zip tie on it for the time being. Here we go. Then we'll hold it up, talk to y'all. What do you think? Y'all think you like this method, or you don't like this method, or you'd rather do something else? What do you think about it? And it will not hurt my feelings. You can be as honest as you need to be. Well, we kind of, guess what? Here's the, we kind of got it on the deal. Thanks, everybody. I'm so glad you like it. We're just going to put a hanger right there for the time being, then I'll put a piece of jute cord on it later. But here it is so far. Okay, give me just a second and I'll pull y'all up. Talk to you about anything you may want to talk about. We'll make sure it looks good. Because again, I'm Shorty McShorterton and I can't really see what it looks like from here. So, bear with me just a second. You're probably gonna, well, thank you, Miss Ruth. You're probably gonna shake again, just a second. So, hang tight here. Here we go. Here I come to save the day. Gratuitous close up. Look at Dolly. Dolly's just low. All right, Lincoln. There we are. There's me again. I'm not princess. Why am I singing? Okay. Here we go. I never know. Here we go. Okay. I don't want y'all to shake so bad. Just a second. Sorry, everybody. Now you're a little crooked. One of these days, like I said, I will get a decent camera system. There we go. Ta-da! Yay! Okay. Here's our wreath. So far, I can get it there. Ta-da! So see, it really might need a few little red pieces here and there, just to break it up. Now I'll go through and fix the ribbons and things. What y'all think, guys? How we looking? Good? Do I need to I'll fix the bow too as well, because y'all know me. And see where I tried to write love on the side? I'll fix that too. We'll probably paint it with some acrylic or something, but there we go. Thanks everybody. I hope so. I hope she likes it. If not, I'll keep it and use it myself for Valentine's Day. I might straighten out the heart too, or maybe tilt it a little bit more. You never know. Kind of going as the bow, as the straight up and down, but hey, who knows? But there you go. Do you have any questions, anybody? Any questions, comments, concerns? Anything at all? It says use a chalk marker. Well, then that might be why my thing didn't work. You might be exactly right. That might be use chalk marker pens. No, I love you. You like it tilted? Okay, let's tilt it back a little bit. I kind of like it tilted too. Kind of looks like, there's our top again. Where did our top go? There we go. There's our top again. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to do my best to get back on our normal schedule, so that way I'm live on Sundays at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, okay? So I will hope to see you then. I hope you all have a great night. I'm so glad you joined me this evening. Thank you again. And thank Miss Laurie for everything. I hope you get to feeling better and you get some rest. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Come join us. I like it slanted too. I do too. I might put some little hearts in there. Like you said, put them on pipe cleaners. That's going to be awesome. But come join us on Wreath, work forms, and more. We got some cool things coming up. Right now, you could post your wreath for Easter and have it featured on our banner. So come join us there. We also love to have you in the Unique Wreath Creators group, the Creekers, so to speak. Laurie, we all love you. We hope you get better soon. If you need anything at all, anybody, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just shoot me a message. I promise I will get back to you as soon as possible. Good night, everybody. I love each and every one of you. Tonight it was made by Marianne. Tomorrow it might be made by you. Good night, guys. Have a great evening. Happy weekend. See you Sunday, same time, same place.